Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to pass a Procurement Manager or Procurement Officer interview. And in particular, I will give you a number of interview questions and answers to help you prepare effectively for your Procurement Manager interview. So please do stick around and watch it from beginning to end because it will make a huge difference to your interview preparation. Now, before I get into the tips and those questions and answers, a very warm welcome to this tutorial. My name is Richard McMunn, that's me there in the centre, and I've been helping people for about 20 years to pass their interviews, and I do that specifically by making sure I give you unique and top scoring answers. So please do stick around and watch it from beginning to end. Please also subscribe by clicking the red button below the video, that way you won't miss out. And I would also very much appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. That always motivates me to create more content. Thank you very much. Now, in preparation for your Procurement Manager or Officer interview, we need to make sure you demonstrate the following skills, qualities and attributes. This is how you will be assessed. You have to demonstrate a requirement to be able to negotiate with a clear focus on the specifications and budget that you're responsible for during the procurement process. You also have to understand that procurement process and have an ability to initiate, to plan, to organise, to progress and complete all projects under your command. Okay, so you have to understand the procurement process. So I'm going to give you a specific question based around the process and a great answer to that as well. You have to be able to identify procurement needs and seek a range of external stakeholder joint ventures where possible, because that allows you to reduce costs and also minimum order quantities when you are procuring. Obviously, build positive relationships with suppliers and stockists in order to make the whole process and the purchasing cycle more efficient and effectively, and then fully manage that procurement process from beginning to end. So you also have to have project management skills as well. So let's move on to those Procurement Manager or Officer interview questions and answers. And I've made sure in these answers I've encompassed all of those skills and qualities in the answers to make sure you are the top candidate. Question number 1. Tell me about yourself and why you want to work for our organisation as a Procurement Manager. So it's the introductory question, tell me about yourself. So we want to make sure we get off on a strong footing. Here's my suggested answer. I am a conscientious, hard-working and meticulously organised manager who takes great pride in their work. Having been in procurement for many years now, not only do I feel very passionate about the work I carry out, but I also enjoy continually learning and developing in the role. I want to work for your company as a procurement manager specifically because it is clear you are one of the leaders in your industry, and I would feel supported in my role, which would enable me to carry out each procurement project or task to a very high standard. I feel strongly that if you employ me within this procurement role, you'll be impressed with my strong work ethics and also my ability to follow strict procurement processes and guidelines to the necessary standards. That's a positive answer. It uses strong keywords and phrases, which I think is very important when answering questions of this nature for management level roles. Next question. What skills and qualities do you have that are a match for the Procurement Manager role? So this is assessing your understanding of whether you've read the person specification and you know what's required to carry out your duties responsibly and to the right standard. Here we go. I believe I have 7 key skills and qualities that are a match for this role within procurement. These are an ability to source the best possible deals for my employer, an ability to negotiate hard when required, an ability to work collaboratively with internal members of staff and external stakeholders, effective procurement management processing skills, great attention to detail, a renowned problem solver, and finally a desire to continually learn, develop and improve my own skills so that I am a consistent benefit and asset to you, my employer. That's great. What I like about that answer is you're focusing on 7 key skills and qualities, so you know yourself. You already know yourself before you go to the interview, the key skills and attributes that you have that'll be a benefit to them within the role of procurement manager. Next question. Describe the different stages of an effective procurement process. Now, the one that I've given you now is based on my experience when carrying out procurement projects in the past. You might have your own one, which you can put a twist to it and add different elements, but here is my suggested answer. There are effectively 10 stages to effective procurement processes that I would use as your procurement manager. And these include the recognition, first of all, of a need for procurement. Then it's the identification of the specific goods, products, or resources. Then exploring and shortlisting sourcing options, negotiating price and terms, purchase ordering, delivery of the goods, products, or resources, expediting the inspection process and sign-off stage, and finally, feedback following the use of the goods from the end user. Now, it's absolutely essential that to become a competent and effective procurement manager, you must implement and utilize systems at every stage of the process, because after all, you are responsible for making good use of the hard-earned finances your employer has entrusted you with, so there's no margin for error. So again, I like that answer because you are focusing on 10 specific stages and you know them in detail, which you would have to know them as a procurement manager. Now, I have 2 more questions to go through, so please do stick around. But if you want to download my full set of Procurement Manager interview questions and answers, there's a link that's appeared in the top right-hand corner of that video. If you click that, it'll take you through to my website where you can get the full Procurement Manager interview questions and answers to make sure you pass your interview. Next question, what do you consider to be the most difficult aspect of procurement? This is a great question. Let's take a look at the answer for it. Perhaps the most difficult aspect of procurement would have to be dealing with external stakeholders or suppliers who could let you down. As a procurement manager, you are responsible for delivering the project on time, to specification, and also to the required budget. Now, as part of the responsibility, you are dependent on many other people and organisations all coming together to deliver on their promises, and sometimes they might let you down. Now, having said that, my experience has taught me to ensure I build up positive relationships with people whereby they are far less likely to not deliver on their promises. I'm also the type of procurement manager who ensures there is absolute clarity in communication from the get-go. And this is also allowing me to ensure the procurement process is delivered to the required specifications. That's a great answer because you don't want to say, I don't find any part of it difficult. Of course, there are difficult aspects. And this is the part that I believe is the most difficult because it's not your lack of ability or your lack of management skills when going through the procurement process. It's other people that can let you down. And if you've worked in procurement before or project management, you know that can happen. But you're turning it into a positive thing because you're saying you are focusing on absolute clarity of communication, but also that you're building up positive relationships, which are really important. Now, what are the most important skills required then to manage the procurement process? Here we go. A competent procurement manager will need to have numerous skills and attributes to be successful. However, the most important ones are planning and execution. As a procurement manager, you are ultimately responsible for delivering the procurement process on time, to specification, and also to budget. Now, the only way you can successfully achieve these goals is to plan thoroughly and execute the delivery of your plan by utilising that 10-step process I discussed in a previous answer. If you fail in those areas, your employer is let down and the consequences can be far-reaching from a financial perspective. Now, in addition to planning effectively and the thorough execution of that plan, you also need to communicate effectively, both in writing and verbally, have outstanding motivational skills, be enthusiastic about the procurement project, have a flexible approach to working, be a great negotiator, be unwavering in the face of adversity and challenges, and also be confident in your own and your team's abilities. I believe I have all of those skills and qualities, and I can be relied upon to deliver fantastic results on budget and also on time. So that's a great in-depth answer that shows you understand the most important skills required to manage that process. So don't forget, if you want to download the full set, if you click the link below the video, it takes you through to my website here, where you can download my full list of Procurement Manager and Officer interview questions and answers. Now, also, I've given you 5 important tips on this page. What to think about when you're preparing for your Procurement Manager or Officer interview. So please do read those. Like I say, if you click the link below the video, that takes you through to that page where you can get the Procurement Manager interview questions and answers. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. Love creating the content for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and please do hit the like button. Thank you very much. And I wish you all the best in your pursuit to becoming a procurement manager. Thank you for watching.